Appreciate that, man.
Yeah. Thanks for joining the Emancipate Show. What is vibration?
Yeah, yeah. You're like one of the first few people that interviewed me to get it right. I mean,
Mm, like that. It's different. Very different.
yeah.
Oh, thanks for the drop too. I was looking for it, but I was like, yo, where did I put that? That's gonna be my whatchamacallit. My my cue before I start the show. So I wanna
Oh, yeah,
say,
yeah.
yeah, me to make the drop. Probably don't
Nah,
remember.
now I remember when I did the outside thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So thank you for joining the Emancipate Show. Shout out to Vibration. Big up Raquel. Mental Roller Deck.
Yeah,
Please
man,
like, share,
definitely.
subscribe to the channel where I say an Emancipate Show. Talk to me, Vibration.
Yeah. All is
Yeah,
well and well is all.
yeah, me did say today actually. Me never did say next week because me have some things lined up and it's very busy during the week for me. So
Yeah.
me I say me can push everybody towards the weekend like it works a little bit better. You see, I
Nah,
have
it's
a
fine.
song
It's fine.
with Assassin too.
Yeah, that was that was 4.5. That's 5 years ago.
Oh, 5 years ago.
Yeah, it was 5 years ago. It was myself, M1 from Dead Prez, and Sasko. Yeah, it's a tune called "Open." So
Mm.
the song originally came from M1 and DJ Bono. Bono is from on the other side of the world. You know what I mean? From Italy, Brazil.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's definitely he's the producer for the rhythm.
Oh.
Yeah, he's the producer for the rhythm. We got the song together. We pushed it. You know what I mean? We got a lyric video for it as well. It's good. It was a good run. It was definitely a good run.
5 years to do that song there.
Yeah,
Seems like
5 years ago.
it seems like you just make it.
Nah. That was 5 years ago. 2017. 2017.
So you start out.
From that time, no. I actually started I wasn't doing reggae music at all, you know. I wasn't doing
Oui.
reggae music at all. Nah, I started out rapping, you know what I mean? I was into hip hop. Born and raised in Brooklyn, and my journey was more so about like what was happening within. Although like where I lived and where I was resided at and where I hung out, Caribbean, all around the surrounding areas, but I'm still in Brooklyn. I went to school in Crown Heights, you know what I'm saying? So like hip hop was like the first thing to capture my artistry, you know what I mean? So that was the basics of what I had to do in regards to like my musical journey. And then from there, fast forward, I started at the age of 13, started to progress like seriously, started going to the studio, simultaneously learning like audio engineering, how to record myself, what the dynamics is in the studio as an engineer as well as my artistry. Then I progressed on and started to like adding R&B to my aspects and my creativity. Um, it wasn't until I left New York City in 2012. You know what I'm saying? 2012, like late 2012, I got homesick. You know what I mean? From there, I started to like. Then I started to dive into the reggae music. I'm like, I want to say the same things I was saying in hip hop, um, into the culture. So I taught myself like how to, it's my father's culture. So got into it, started learning patois on my own, study like in and out, day and night, hard, 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 hard. So one thing led to another. I just decided to really take it serious because I know this is a music that you can't play with. You know what I mean? This is a culture you can't play with. This is a life you can't play with. So I was like, I'm all in. You know what I mean? So from there, I never turned back. I still, write raps and stuff, and I'll still be on the R&B tip, as you could possibly hear into the music. But I I just decided to go full force.
Um, as you can see, rap is shifted from not rap no more. It's more like drill music.
Hmm.
But I'm pretty sure whatever you was putting out there was more on the conscious side. I would
Yeah,
I could
yeah,
only assume.
yeah,
And
yeah.
as it, you can say, me would I say the all that work for you is that if you when you get that big break, you're gonna revert to your initial self that you always wanted to be. But for to get them to hear you, you gotta go with what's working, and then you could probably do
Hmm.
crossover. Because I
Yeah,
think every artist they are who they are, and then when they get to that point where they want to be, then they become the person initially that they would set out to be. Like, okay,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
that's the image that the record company wanted me to be, but this is me in my truest form. Sometimes
yeah,
it's
yeah,
accepted, and sometimes it's not well received. And sometimes you could start out and you're that, and people accept you for that. But sometimes people gotta chameleonize themselves into that uh, person that they really want to be.
yeah, yeah. That's very true. That's very true. For my
Yeah.
case though, I, that's the route I could have went that route, and I could have been so much further than what I am right now, but I didn't want that because it's a hard fall. It's a real hard fall choosing that route because it's a lot of gates you gotta go through that you would be embarrassed about. You know what I mean? For the long run, it's a lot of gates, and I'll leave it there. Those are the gates I chose not to walk through. That's the door I didn't want to walk through.
Right.
Um, I respect those who do it. I would never shade them away because like I came from that. You know what I'm saying? Like I came from growing up around that stuff, you know what I'm saying? The things that they talk about or whatever. Like I was in it, but not in it like as if I was doing it. I was in it in regards to I was surrounded by it. I saw it every day. I saw it every night, and no matter where I walk, you know what I mean. For me, however, I like to think long term. So I wanted to take the risk, and I wanted to make sure that I wanted to leave memory because it's gonna last way longer than me. You know what I
Right.
mean? So I don't like quick fix.
So you ever said to yourself that if it's gonna work or if it's not gonna work, you ever doubted yourself, say, "Yo, is this shit gonna work or am I gonna fail?"
Um, I've had those thoughts. I'll be lying saying if I didn't, but those thoughts actually helped me into just feeding in my how you say it, because I'm a person like I'm not afraid to take risk at all. You know what I'm saying? So I use that to actually fuel my risk taking ways. If but if that's the correct way to if that's the correct term to use. Um, but I was like, yo, just I forget it. Just go ahead. Because at the end of the day, like I refuse to look back to say like I regret not doing this way. I regret this, or I regret not saying this on this song, knowing I wanted to say it. You know what I mean? And I'm not a person about regrets. So I decided to take the risk and to say like it actually is greener on the other side when you do what you believe in. And it's always greener on the other side. It may not be greener in like mainstream terms or how they perceive it to be and what they flash it in our faces, like with all media sorts of outlets, the TV, the phones, and I was like, nah, that's not me. I respect it though, but not me.
So you ever did the street shit, or you just was always on your straight and narrow?
Um, Always on straight and narrow. Like I did the street thing, like in regards to like I sold weed before, whatever. Um, it was cool, but I invested myself. Like what I would love for all my homies to do that was making crazy money and it's in the other stuff, but they had crazy crafts. They had crazy creativity. Me, the little bit of what I had and a little bit of what I done, I invested it. You know what I mean? Like even with a regular job, I did the same thing. I wasn't buying the latest and greatest. Like, nah, my latest and greatest purchases was studio time. It was equipment. You know what I mean? So, but nah, I wasn't heavy on it though. But I've done it, but I wasn't heavy on it. I had like one little run. It's like a dot on a huge piece of paper.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay. So what kind of music would you say you're more listening to right now, being the
man,
person that you are?
the stuff that came out before me. You know what I mean? It'll be I'm I always say this heavy Dennis Brown, like I'm into lovers rock heavy. I listen to the Rubber Dub. Um Even when like old like R&B, like lately I've been listening to a lot of Patrice Russian. I hope I'm saying her name right. Yeah, she got a song called I don't know if it's Heartache, Heartbreak, and then she got a song, another song called You Remind Me. But the grooves of those songs and the chord progressions and just the sonics of the song overall, like those two, I just keep listening to it. So like I oftentimes with all the music that I listened to prior to my time, you know what I mean? Like I listen to, and I got those records on repeat. So those are what influenced me today. I listen to some current musics too, but its majority is before my
Old school.
time. Yeah,
Okay. Okay. So you have any projects that you're working on?
yeah, definitely. Releasing Plan to release some more singles. Um, into like an EP, LP. Call it Divine Timing. You know what I mean? So that's definitely in the works. Getting some videos together. You know what I mean? It's like some animated videos, some actual videos. So that's my next steps right now.
So how heavy are you into your own production? You're letting a team take care of it, or you actually doing it, doing most of the work?
The team is me for the most part.
Okay, there
You know
you
what I
go.
mean? The team is me, literally. You know what I'm saying? I tell you, like even like how we got connected. Shout outs to Zion Raquel. Um, what happened is like who I'm surrounded by, like in on the American market, I'm major players when I say major players. But they 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 have a lot of business things going on, so it's like we don't get the chance to pursue the conversations that we would have in regards to like my career and things like that. So I just took it upon myself to like I understood what was happening, what was going on, a lot on their plate. So I just took it upon myself to use my own pocket money to sponsor a post, sponsor a song, you know what I mean, and just record content, um, get material mixed and mastered. I ended up being discovered by Raquel through a post that I sponsored. You know what I mean, like a social media ad, or of me like doing a freestyle and stuff that I've written live. You know what I mean, live recorded. So from there, I got connected with her. Um, we had some beautiful conversations. We conversed about like moving forward together in regards to her coming to PR. So I hired Zion Rock and but everything is still by me. You know what I'm saying? If I get, my videographers and audio engineers, I'm conversing with them like I'm heavily involved. You know what I mean? So definitely in the pursuit of a manager that gets it, a manager that definitely understands and understand like what it'll take and that has willpower. Cause I only like working with people that's willing. You know what I mean? So
But as you know, the reason why most of the time the record company don't to rock with artists is because they don't believe in building artists. You know what I'm saying?
right, not anymore.
Nah,
A&R business is done. Yeah.
yeah, it's about what you bring to the table, and they say, okay, you have something, we could build on that. So everybody's going to tell you that they're busy, blah 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 blah, because they're focusing on the next thing. They're focusing on what's hot
What's
right
gonna
now,
build a bit? Yeah,
right? But
absolutely.
when you build your brand and you get it how you want it to get it, then they come in and say, well, you know,
Your thing I
I,
look
I, I
nice, son.
I think we should do it this way because
Yeah.
we've helped this. They're more like a machine. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I personally think if I was ever a musician, how I would go, I would do a one off with a record label, right? Get it out there, and then let people see the face, and then I take everything from there. Kind of
Right. No,
like
absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely.
kind of sort of like Nipsey Hussle and what's the other one named they killed? Yeah, actually both of them is dead. Young Dolph
Yeah.
and Nipsey Hussle. I
Yeah.
think
Right.
every artist doesn't matter if you do dancehall, uh, hip hop or whatever. I think everybody should
Mhm.
take a page out of these guys' book. You need a distribution, yes, but you should just get your own music on your platform. Preview it on YouTube, but let everybody come to where you're at. That's when you build yourself and let them come to
Yeah.
your your place or your domain and get your stuff there. Like if they gotta buy t-shirts, hoodies, bracelets, music, anything whatsoever, and you could also feature other artists on your platform that will make it even bigger. But
Right.
I just think you should use the machine to get what you need to get because they're going to use you if you let them.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. And that's the thing. That's the thing. In regards to like prioritizing a brand the proper way, like you just said, like you pretty much like hit it on a nutshell. You know what I mean? So that's definitely the idea. That's definitely the idea.
Yeah. I highly believe that. Like, just get what you want. It's like you're talking to a girl. You know she's up to no good. She gonna use you. You know you gotta get over first. You already got the drop already. So
Yeah.
get what you could get until you say, all right, I think it's time for us to part because
Right. Right. Right.
you're a business. A musician is a business, and if you don't capitalize on what you have while you're young and vibrant, you won't get to
Mhm.
where you need to get to because these record company artists is always coming up every day. It's like porno. What I heard a porno star said, every day a girl turns 18. Every day a
Right.
new artist is born. So
That's a fact.
get what you could get until you say, okay, I need to do what I need to do. Even Ryan Leslie too. All of his stuff come to him. I think you see all these people that I highlighted. Ryan Leslie is still alive, but all these different black men they build their own stuff. They
Yeah.
don't need
Yep.
no Apple. They don't need no this. They don't need no that. They all come to his website, his team. Learn the business, but when you learn the business from uh, a way of the record company doing what they need to do for you. That
Yeah.
means you need a PR, you need a manager, you need a promoter, um, you need people that's gonna get your stuff out there to all these different platforms. So learn it that way, and
Absolutely.
you can't go wrong.
And that's what I say, like, and every time I do this because I always ensure it's even to like fellow artists that have not a clue, like just starting from even prior to those things, like what do you have in your possession that's in your own right so that you can move forward to these things. Example, like, do you know how your writers work? Do you have an IPI for your writers? Do you have an IPI for your publishing? Do you get your UPC codes, your ISRC codes? So this is like when I mention these things, this is like foreign language to them.
It is
You
fun
know
to
what I
me
mean?
right
So
now because you what you just told me a while ago. You just talk some blah, 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 blah. I'm like, what up? What the fuck are those? You know
yeah,
what I'm
you know what I
saying?
mean? So that's important because those are the things, those are the very things. Just to, I won't go into too much detail because it'll be like another half an hour, but pretty much what those are is the very things that you would have to keep intact all together so that you can track your numbers and own your numbers and keep them. You know what I'm saying? So like your ASCAPs, your JOPCAPs, if you're in Jamaica, your CSAC, Universal, BMI, um, your whoever you use as a PRO, you know what I'm saying? So your performing rights organizations and stuff like that. So like whoever you use as your PROs, and it's just one of them things that a lot of artists do not know. So it's like when the new artists come out every day, it's like, why is that? You know what I'm saying? And then they don't reap not a single benefit from it. They might get some fresh clothes, some fresh accessories to put on themselves. You know what I mean? But again, the process, the quick fix, they
Mm-hmm.
rise and then they drop quick. You know what I mean? Which is true. Like you get, but it's like who lasts, who's who. You and you can feel it. So I always say like you want to how you say it to progress in this business, like understanding the process and the journey, you have to make it fun. Like it's 90% business. You
A
gotta make
fact.
the business side of it fun. Because if you don't make the business side of it fun, that 10% is gonna feel like 90% weight.
Right.
You know what I mean? The meaning the fun turns into like disbelief and doubt and all of these things, and then you just start to crush yourself. Then it's like, nah, I'm gonna just go back to working 3 jobs and just call it a day.
Right. But as you
You know
can
what I
see,
mean?
the industry don't like a person like you that know it. When you know it,
Nah, I know.
they're gonna give you the longest route with the GPS.
Yeah, that's why. I mean and I want that route because that route is mine. That's something I could give to my, you know what I mean, my son. That's something that my family could look at and say like, yo, oh, he did that. He stepped with his left foot. Oh, he about to step with his right foot. Right foot landed. He's still standing.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'd rather that because I always say like I'd rather do things that's gonna make me last. Like it's a privilege to reach ages. Any age that you reach next, when you reach your next birthday, is a privilege to me. It's an honor. You know what I'm saying? So like I don't regret none of that.
A
I take
fact.
risk and I take risk that's you know what I mean, that I will feel is sensible even though I don't know what's coming on the other side. But I just know, it's always gonna be greener. What if it doesn't look like it at the current moment? It's always gonna be greener. You know what I mean? You don't know what the day would ever bring, but you can forever know what you will bring to each day.
Right.
And that's how I put with everything else. My music, how I step to my creativity, the business side, everything.
Right. So what artists are you working with right now with your project that you're working on?
Um, Everything is me at the current moment in regards to because I wanna let everyone know, like I wanna give it a rightful introduction. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that features won't help, and not to say I don't have because I do. I definitely got some features in the works, but I want to give an introduction to who I am, the many different facets of what I have within the music, my versatility alongside my message and stuff like that. So I'm starting off with that first, but I definitely got some features. I got some features. That's people that's making runs right now of their own. So I definitely don't want to speak of it yet because we gotta, solidify it. But the recordings is done. Everything else is finished.
Mm. How many songs?
Of the features?
No, no, no. How many songs you got?
Oh, like for my own finished. You mean for
Oh,
my own?
yeah, 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 that you're trying to put out.
Um, in regards to the EP, I want to do. I got so many songs already done, mastered, and stuff like that. I always take care of that first before anything. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I lost count of that. However, to answer your question in full, what I want to do with my EP, I want to at least do. I'm looking at 7 to 9 songs, all relevancy in regards to my versatility. So I'm looking at like 7 to 9 songs, not too long, nothing crazy. I might have like maybe a song or two that would stretch to 4 minutes, um, but still saying something in all of them. You know what I mean? So that's my range of what I'm looking at: 7 to 9 songs.
Okay, okay. What are the names of the song, if you don't mind sharing?
Um, I got um, I got a song named Apology. I got a song named Reality Check. Of course, Higher. Obviously, is gonna be on there. Uh, let's see. It's a few. There's a few. I definitely got a few, but those are the names I could think of at the current moment.
Any personal experience you write from?
Oh yeah, definitely. Some personal. In a way, I mix them with like realistic, uh, uh, reality-based situations and scenarios. Some is mixed personal. You know what I'm saying? So I like to fuse the two. Definitely like the fuse the two. So I have a song that I want to re-release into this project is already out. It's called Growth, the next step. Um, so that song, I'm talking about just pretty much people who will misinterpret um, my mentality, why I am the way I am, and most importantly, like my reasons for my diet change, or changing my diet.
No more meat.
Nah, 11 years, no flesh. 11 and a half years, no flesh, no fish, no seafood, no meat.
Oh, you're plant based now.
Yeah, I've been plant-based for 11 and a half years, and
Cause
I have not turned back.
so many rest do it, yeah, yeah. I eat a bit pork and I never will make I eat a bit never will McDonald's, buy two pork shoulder and jerk up the thing,
Nah. Nah, man. Nah, I gave it up. I had to. Like I really was so that funny enough you mentioned that because that's one of the reasons why I kind of changed my music style too. Because right prior to the change, um I was sick bad, like that horrible. Long story short, I changed my diet cold turkey because I was eating horrible anyway. Like every meal was like fast food and
a
it's pretty
number
much stuff.
a number two a Wendy's, number five a McDonald's.
Yo, Crack Donald's, Murder King.
Murder crack that.
That's what I call it, man. I call it how I see it. Them things is there's not one of those things benefit us. You know
No
what I mean?
fact.
So I had to though. But yeah, fast food growing up. Of course, like a lot of the time, this is it surrounds you, so you don't know what role it plays. You just hungry and you eat. You hungry and you eat. So yeah, I had to, man. Like I was going down for the count. Like for real, for real. I would have been out of here if had I kept going. So I changed my diet. Um, and the rest was it. I haven't looked back. You know what I
This
mean?
is a
Yeah.
where can we find your music if we're looking for some good vibrational music? Because I see only
Um,
have like maybe 3 videos on YouTube. Need to start putting some more videos on YouTube.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. So like I said, everything I'm doing on my own. I got some. I'm about to release some more like performance videos and some records and stuff. So my prior pseudonym was Irie Child, but the pseudonym I'm using now is Vbrtns, Vbrtns. So YouTube, Apple Music, like literally, whether if you're in the States or overseas, however you stream your music or how you stream your videos and whatnot, you can search VBRTNS, you'll find me. Every
Okay.
last platform from to Asia to Africa to Europe, whatever streaming sites that they use other than like the generic YouTube or whatnot, you can find me there.
Okay. Okay. So you into stocks and stuff like that too, or you invest? Do you invest as an artist?
Of course, of course. I got a I got a record where I'm talking about that. How I say it, I was like, let me see, I can remember it right now. I'll give a piece. I'll give a piece. So I was like, here's how the place rock. Internet have the whole world pan lock. Blackout reality, I saw the thing crack. Right, there's some in a caught up in a that. Me look pan stocks. Dividends give me money back. Wall Street trap, and me home and teach me that. Look pan every dip and buy when the thing drop. Now forget the Bitcoin, you know that chain blocks. One click away, hand them me day up on top. One click away, hand them me day up on top. One click away, hand them me day up on top. Money mission me dep on it non-stop. You know what I mean?
What's the name of that song?
It's called Money Mission. It's not out
Listen.
yet. It's not out yet.
Oh
But that's one
my!
of the ones I got. It's not out
Really?
yet. That's coming. Oh, that's coming. Believe you me.
Money Mission, yo.
Yeah.
I was about to listen to that. I was like, yo, one click away, and then on top. Really?
Yeah. That's I said that because that is we obviously in the digital world right now, and that's it's a part of our lifespan, and what's happening with our every move. Like, so it's just like this is the new way and path to a generational wealth. That's either we could use our phones to slow us down, our laptops, our TVs,
Mm-hmm.
or it's just how we feeding ourselves. You know what I mean? So I wanted to do that in reference to like the rhythm. It's like a street rhythm, but I still wanted to say something. You know what I'm saying? I still wanted to talk like how they talk, but say like, yo, you don't gotta be on the other side all the time to fill up your pockets and to, you know what I'm saying, because of your circumstances, you want to change your circumstances. The quick fix ain't always it. It's never it, to be honest. You know what I mean? So I don't knock it, but at the same time, I knock it in a sense of like, I just hate seeing us being behind the bar.
I
You
think
know what I
we're
mean?
comfortable. I think we're comfortable with that. Most of us is anyway. I know I'm not.
Absolutely, absolutely, but definitely in reference to what they know that surrounds them or what they grew up, you know what I'm saying, and like the choice of not making the decision of how you say, like, not being cool, not being chill, and it's one of them things. So it's like, what you do with it, what you doing with your time, you know what I'm saying, and how you using it. So yeah, I wanted to speak like that. I mean, rough cut, but still say something, still touch gems, drop gems, and just be like, yo, this is the actual wave that you need to be on.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think a lot of us don't learn financial literacy nor literacy, and we're okay with that. Them when I truck religion pan me. Me a Christian, but them when I truck more religion pan way than actually teach we something that's gonna actually help us. To get money, to get richer, and them gentrify we and keep in a certain area where it works and they make money off of it, but then they come back and come laugh off of it, say we're poor, we're
Yeah,
uneducated. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I
But
feel like it's changing though. I feel like it's
a little
changing.
bit, a little bit.
Yeah,
I think if a man like you teach your kids the things them that you know, and I'm teaching my kids, it's gonna get better
absolutely. Oh yeah.
over time.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Ten
it
thousand percent.
it
Ten
will
thousand
work.
percent.
It will work better that way, as far as like the way of thinking and the the way you're gonna be brought up. Because
Yeah.
I'm saying to myself, I'm not leaving this place poor. Fuck that shit. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
leaving poor.
Now that's a
If
fact.
if if me dead, they ain't got to do a GoFundMe. I already take care of that already.
Yes. Right.
So
Right.
you will hear of that because when we used to go to school in Jamaica, the first place I learned how to save was in school, and I carried
See,
that
they
with
don't
me.
do that in the States.
Nah,
See, they don't do that in the States.
nah, you're not gonna do
Everybody
that.
that's overseas, and well, I wouldn't even say we because I never considered myself American. Like I've never did, just on paper. But as we would say in the States, um, foreigners learn a whole lot faster than we do. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Education comes quicker. The things that you would learn like in college comes quicker, in like your primary school, secondary. Um, you know what I'm saying? And not out here with elementary and junior high, middle school, and high school or middle college. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like towards the end of those years, like middle college and high school, which is one and the same. Um, you then learn. You might have like one class of economics, so where they teach the kids about the difference between the debit and the credit card, and how stocks work. But it's just one class for one market period out of the six that happens a year.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So like you're missing out on a lot. It's like in the medical field, it's like 20, I don't know what the years are, um, but they like out of the 20 years that they learn medicine, you an hour of the 20 years you learn nutrition. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
They
it
give you a little. They give you a little.
yeah,
It's up to you what you want to build on. It's just the same thing
exactly.
like you're an artist, right? But a lot of things they're not gonna teach you if you don't educate yourself on being an artist because being an artist is a business. You know, you're a business.
Mhm.
You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And if you don't treat yourself as a business and you protect your business and your brand, where you gonna be 10 years from now? Even
Exactly. And that's why I
even
said
even if the music don't work, at least have something to show that you got from the music to get to where you are.
exactly what you investing in. So going back to what we were saying, like, you know what I'm saying, a couple minutes ago, making just what you're investing in from what you're using and doing. Like
Right.
how are you, I don't want to say like buying back your time because you can't buy back time and you can't go back, but more so like how are you um buying your freedom? And saying like how are you buying your freedom? Like are you, what is it that you invested in or working towards that is going to make you come off the 9 to 5 a little less, to make that 9 to 5 a 9 to 3? Then what are you doing to make it a 9 to 12? What are you doing to completely get off of it? You know what I'm saying? So those things, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Stocks is definitely one of them. So I said what I said in that rhyme, you know what I mean? Because I just want to share that, something that needs to be circulating. So, but like I said, what you speak, you see. So I definitely see a lot more of that now than I would say 3 years ago. You know what I mean? So, but still curating with this love in the air, like being from where I'm from. Like I speak that language too. when I'm speaking that language, speak that language just to share this, you know what I'm saying? Just to share um what's actually healing, what's needed. Like, you know what I mean? Hug the homie, hug the sis, as we would say, like instead of like, yo, the I don't like how they looking at me vibe, or what they doing vibe, you know what I'm saying? Like the way it's at vibe, but it's yeah,
Well,
changing the narrative.
as you know, the music is all gang, 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 gang.
Right.
We need to change that.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I see it happening.
Were you in Brooklyn now, or you in New York, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
How's it over there?
Brooklyn, man, Brooklyn has changed a lot. It's still Brooklyn, like it's I still get reminders every day of like how I grew up and stuff like that. This is the comedic ways of New York City. It's what you see in New York, you'll see in no other place in the world. You know
Right.
what I mean? But it's gotten a lot better. It's gotten a lot better. It's gotten much cleaner. Um, and it's gotten, it's always been love in Brooklyn, and it's a whole lot more now. With the times that we into included. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just out here trying to get money, and nobody trying to like look our next man and look our next gal, and like I was just saying, like, yo, what what you on, like what you looking at type vibe. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Right.
people was like starting to nod their head when they walk past. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
Right.
new.
Where you
That's
get the
new.
where you get the best inspiration to write music in New York or Jamaica?
Doesn't matter where I'm at, to be honest. It doesn't matter where I'm at. I think it's for me, it's more so the mindset that I place myself in. You know what I'm saying? Like it's more so of that than just like I need to have something that's outside of me in order to bring it back within. You know what I mean? Like for me, it's more so like the mindset that I put myself in, what I feel I need to share. So it's not really where I need to be in order to be inspired to write. I will say it does aid. It does add to what I already have mentally. You know what I mean? But it doesn't. That's not the root of like, oh, I need to be in Manhattan. I need to be like by South Street Seaport. I need to be by the water. I need to be on somebody island and stuff like that. Like, nah, it's more so about like I could just envision myself there if I was to do that, or just use the love that's already present within. You know what I mean? So I look within for my inspiration more like outside of me.
Right. Okay, fair enough.
Hmm.
So where you see yourself going forward with your music after you conquer the music, you wanna try something else? You wanna try your hand at something else?
Um, yeah, I want to continue more with helping people with nutrition and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm heavy on that due to my diet change. Years prior. But it's always gonna. I'm gonna mix the two. I'm gonna still continue to do music and stuff, but outside of that, it's definitely like nutrition. I want to tell people about. I want to share with people and inspiring artists about like I was saying before, with loving the business side and there's expressing to in detail why. So things like that. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to how you say become like a counselor for that. Become a counselor for artists and become a counselor to those who want to get better, like with their life, to add years to their life with nutrition, and just let them know like, yo, like you really don't have to be that way in regards to like I'm a handsome mouth. So
Right.
yeah.
You are you gonna look? You're looking for it to open up a store or just like
Absolutely. I would open a store right in the hood in a heartbeat, like a liquor store.
A liquor store.
No, I'm saying I would open it up in the hood in a heartbeat like a liquor store.
Oh,
Because we
okay,
know
okay.
like liquor stores
Oh,
is
I was like,
crazy.
I was like, a liquor store.
Nah, nah.
Oh, like a liquor store.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay,
You know what I'm
okay.
saying? So like a liquor store, like a bodega, you know what I mean? Things like that. And just, I know it's gonna be crazy, but I in some neighborhoods you'll see it there and then people get interested. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh, I like a little juice or whatever, or get like a piece of fruit or a smoothie or something like that. But that's how you get them right then and there. That one change, and then they feel the difference, and then they just start to reel in a bit more. Then they tell their neighborhood. So like they go to the places that's destroying them a lot less. You know what I'm saying? So I see that happening because people want to be better, man. They just sometimes afraid to find out about the know-how and then just simply don't know how. So some people do, some people don't, but they all have it in them. You know what I
Mm.
mean? Like I'm starting to see that a lot. Like they all got it in them.
Remember, everything is if it's properly executed at home, at some time or the other, the child will acknowledge what it is.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
everything that's out here, it's if it's negative for the most of the time, it's coming from a broken home. It's most of the time, not all the time, because some kids they have a good
Hmm.
home and they just want to be how they want to be. But most of it comes from the home that you're brought up in.
Absolutely.
I see
Absolutely.
I see you have a sign in the back. What's that about? As you can see, me, I'm a lion in my back.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So we think that far
um,
off.
um, for me, I'm not on the religious aspect of it, but I do love and respect my culture, like 50 grand, man, because it's one of the very, very few. First of all, it reflects how I look. Like let's start there. Um, it reflects how I sound. It reflects like what I resemble. Um, and just the things that I think about. You know what I'm saying? I won't say like I'm complete in regards to like the religious aspect, but the lifestyle. Anybody who knows me knows like this thing is like I bleed and sweat it. You know what I mean? And I don't take it for play, and I don't take it for granted neither, because it's one of the reasons. It's one of the very reasons of why I have the mentality that I have today. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not a person that just follows one religion, because I respect all of them, and I just take um everybody says the same thing, but it's just in the formality of their language. You know what I mean? So that's my very and only reason why I don't dive deep into the religion. But this is me day and out.
I
You know what I
see.
mean?
Okay. Oh, you love the music. You're passionate about it. You're pursuing it. You're on the right path. Uh, I can definitely see it going further and further from what you're trying to acquire. So
Absolutely, man.
it will work if you're passionate about something. It will it you have to manifest it anyway.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. That's how
You
you
have kids.
talk to yourself.
Yes, you have kids.
I got a son. His name is Truth Elion Robertson.
Okay. Yeah, raising me the Rasta man thing too.
Um, in in I'm not forcing it on him, but in ways that he can understand it.
Right.
Um, so sometimes like I play with him and say certain things and or even when I'm speaking to him because I talk to him. You know what I mean? Like I don't do the whole uh if I box him if him do something man. You know what I mean? I'm not on that. Like I despise of that. Well, I'm more so about like my disciplinary acts. Like all I gotta do is look at him and grab his little T-shirt or whatever, and just look at him in his eyes and say something to him, and then you fix up quick. But I don't even do too much of that. But I talk to my son. You know what I'm saying? Like I talk to him in regards to when I want him to know something or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't, and I'd say my biggest aspect of getting things through to him is answering every question that he asks me.
Right.
I think as a parent that's key.
He
He
likes
asks
it.
me out. Say
Go ahead.
again.
No, no, go ahead. Finish it. Finish it.
Now I say like whatever question he asks, like I answer it. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's just something playful or like it's out of this world, but um yeah, man, like I answer every question he asks me.
Got you.
So yeah,
Is he into music like yourself?
he is. He is. He like to beat on his little drum. Um, he likes to I mean sing his little songs he be making up and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. It's definitely crazy. Like he's one of them ones. And
It's
his moms know how to sing too, and his mother's a teacher, so
okay.
she's definitely like a disciplinary with him. You know what I'm
No
saying?
babe,
So
no babe mama drama though, right?
nah, hell no, I'm not on that. Nah, I told her like when we separated, I told her that yo, listen, I'm not warring with you. I wouldn't warring with her. I mean, of course, like you together with somebody, you gonna have your disagreements and stuff like that. But calling her out of her name, hell no. Um, disrespecting her and or like arguing in front of the child, hell no. What like number one for me, warring with my son's mother, hell no. I don't even use the term BM. Like even just like you know what I'm saying, if I'm talking to somebody else or whatever, I never use the term BM or baby moms and all that. Like nah, that's my son's mother. Because at the end of the day, my son has to grow up. He's gonna see every interview that I've done. He's gonna discover things that I probably might have like slipped up and not told him, like songs and stuff like that. Oh, like dad, oh, I didn't know you did this song, or oh, I didn't know you did that performance. I didn't know you did this interview. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be moments in time where he finds things that I didn't share with him immediately. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I make sure like I'm not on the wave of disrespecting his moms because he's gonna be reflecting a lot of his manhood from me. He's watching me even when I'm not looking.
Right.
Um, even when he's not looking, he's picking up my all my energy. And yeah, man, it's just he's gonna be watching like how he needs to talk to women and his partner, whoever he decides to be with, whichever woman he decides to be with. You know what I mean? So that for me is crucial into his ages now. Because he's only at this current moment in time he's 4. So yeah, that's heavy for me. Like ain't no BMs. I tell his mom straight up, like I ain't no wars. Like we ain't no texting back and forth. It ain't no child support drama. She ain't gotta ask for me to send bread. Like that. Nah, we could talk on the phone. Like if I FaceTime call him, you know what I'm saying? It ain't gotta be an issue with like, oh, why she's because like there's some scenarios and some instances where fathers will call their child or mothers will call their child even, and it just be like, oh, why you gotta be in the phone while I'm talking to our child? And, like it ain't none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like if she gotta ask me something, she can ask me, call me. You know what I mean? Like I'm forever open book to that because it's because of her I'm a father anyway. You
A
know what I'm
fact.
saying? So how can I disrespect? I'll be an idiot and a fool to do that. Like hell no, hell no. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and it's just another thing, like just a reflection of like I don't know who else is watching me other than my son. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what type of you just never know who's looking at you, what type of home situation they going through, and you know what I'm saying? So like that many reasons as to why I do that. But one of the biggest reasons is definitely because I know he's gonna pick up and he's gonna have to speak to his lady in some way, in some form of fashion. You know what I'm saying? Not wishing obviously that he separates from his child's mother and all, like, or his children's mom. Um, but if that's to be the case, if that's his reality at some point, you know what I'm saying, that he knows. And just with him just growing up and having a shorty, you know what I'm saying? Nah, he ain't about to. No, that's a quick headlock for him. I might have to put a hand on him if I catch him disrespecting a female. I got zero tolerance for that.
Got you.
Yeah, I
Oh,
got zero tolerance for that.
but like the thing we are doing when it comes towards your music and the direction that you're taking, you're very on a straight and narrow. As we said before, when you do it that way, the direction is much, the journey is much more longer,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
you've already accepted that. So I guess you've come to grips with that, which is cool. So keep on doing what I do, and if you have any projects that's coming up or any releases or just come through, give me a shout, and let's chop it up again. I see you're in a good headspace when it comes towards family, separated or together. That's good. I wish every black man had the same kind of mentality you have. Long as you don't have no dragon, you should be good.
Absolutely.
And yeah, just keep on doing your thing. And I'm looking forward to hear from you again. Definitely.
Absolutely, man. Definitely coming back. Definitely
Vibration.
coming back, man.
You have some show I'll come up. I take it, right?
Um, I just had one. I got another one coming up on the 25th, actually, in Brooklyn. It's called Black Like Me. I'll
Mm-hmm.
be performing there. Shout out to Surah Ali. She's the person who curates it. She's an excellent musician, artist, poet, curator. She's wonderful in all her facets. Um, yeah, so I'll be there. I got a festival in North Carolina in Yakinville on July 2nd. Uh, I'll be in Jamaica in mid July. Um, yeah, so I got a lot coming up. I got a lot of shows coming up.
All right. If you have some highlights and clip, please do send it to me and I'll post it. And
Oh
thanks
yeah,
again
oh
for
yeah,
joining the Emancipate Show Vibration. Shout outs to way I say. Big up to Raquel for putting this together.
yeah.
Big up to you and your family and thing.
That's right.
Please like, share, and subscribe. You want to look with outro before we go? Any song you choose.
Let me see. I use some words from growth. No matter what you read up on the internet, you can never question my true intellect. Amount of stress, amount of disrespect. Till you read the proof that I and I reflect. I never hide, I'm not afraid to stretch. Within these young years, I've seen the worst at best. Some don't recognize the chambers in them chests. Never miss out on awareness, make the investment to be. Very few will buy, I'd rather rent to lease. Within the naked eye, and want themselves deplete. Never miss a line unto divine that carry peace. If you cross the line of family vibes and Lego peace, and harmony what happened to the vibes. That is who converse and committing the most crime. Babylon really gets way out of line. Oh, Jah bless, the real must combine. So, yeah,
Right. Vibrations, people.
that's that.
Over and out.